Hey, so there are a couple of things that you can do to really make sure that you rock your HackerRank interview challenge or interview test. Um, the first thing, which you're probably already doing, is you're probably taking the HackerRank practice test just to make sure that you're familiar with how HackerRank works and just so you get a feel of how you can do some coding inside of HackerRank. And so right here, this practice question is just really simple. We give you a number and you're going to count up from it, and you're going to count up 10. So, I mean, you can do it on your fingers pretty much. And this is going to be one where we actually get a stub, and we're going to fill in the code in this stub, and they're going to take care of all the standard input for us. And so, first of all, the first thing you want to do is you want to run it, and you want to see if there are any sample test cases. A sample test case is a test case in which they actually show you your output. For the remainder of the test cases, they won't show you your output just because they want to make it a challenge for you to find all the corner cases that pass the test. So we can either click download sample test cases, and that's going to show us the expected input and expected output, which can be really helpful. But you know, we can also say just say print, whoops. Wrong language, okay. Here we go. So we can also just print the input right off the bat. And now we see exactly what they want. They give us the number 3, and we want 4, then 5, then 6, then 7. And this is a little bit faster than downloading the test cases manually and taking a look at them. Because as you know, we do have a fixed amount of time. Typically, it's not quite 4 hours for you to complete a test. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to get that first test case passing green bar, just like in TDD. Get to the green bar. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this text down here. I'm going to paste it in, and I am going to hard code this answer. Now what that does for me, it doesn't seem like that would make much sense, but what it does for me is it allows me to validate exactly what the application is looking for. Sometimes if you've got hidden characters or extra spaces, just the smallest stuff can cause it to not succeed and cause real frustration down the line. So now I know exactly what I'm looking for. Now I can actually iterate through, and I can start writing some code, making sure that this first test case is always passing. And so say int I less than start I plus plus int I. Well, I know they're passing me 3, so I'm going to just start at 3 then, and I'm going to go. Yeah, how about let's start at 4. And I'm going to go, we're less than 14. And I'm going to say system.out.print I space then. And let's see how close that gets us. Okay, so now you'll notice when I'm in this in-browser IDE that they give us, it's nice that they tell us about the errors, but we can only find out about these errors after we click compile and test. And so even if you've got a super fast internet connection, it's still going to cost you time on your test if you have to click this every single time to compile your code and make sure that things work. So one alternative strategy is that Hackerspace for HackerRank openly states that you can use code completion and an IDE to complete your hacker challenge. And in fact, we can do just that using IntelliJ. But during the test, you want to be quick and you want to make sure you're doing things correctly. So there's actually a GitHub repository, and it's at momenty/hackerrank/templates. And this is going to give you the templates that you can just plug in for Python, Ruby, C, C++, Java. You can just plug your code into these right away and get started. And they're set up so it's easy to create a project. So Java has a source. But we can now take our static method that we were working with before, plug it in here, we don't even have to do any of this stuff because we can just say count up and we know that that first test case works with 3. So right click, select run. And it'll probably compile a little bit faster on your computer too. All right, but now you can see our exact output. We're able to get quick feedback and turnaround, especially about any syntax errors that might pop up. And that is how you can rock your HackerRank interview or challenge.